Hey everyone, this is Corinne Lafont, your favorite radio host, your only radio host and favorite girl, of course, broadcasting to you from the lovely island of Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean on Between the Lines. And you know how we do it here on Between the Lines? Always in gratitude, always thankful. I prefer to use the word thankful. I am so thankful to be here. It's a beautiful day in Trinidad and Tobago. It looks like it wants to rain, just a bit overcast. Some gray clouds are circulating, but I'm still thankful to be able to experience it, see the beauty of the world, and to have my favorite guest here with me, Tishane Johnson. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Am I doing so?
Yes, ma'am, you got it.
Good. And I love your name, Tishane Johnson. That's lovely. It sounds like Dwayne Johnson, the Rock Johnson, and he looks like
Yeah,
it
that's
too.
that's appropriate for the shirt I'm wearing today, right?
It is. It is Dwayne. So if I make a mistake and call you Dwayne the Rock, don't cuss me off now. Don't cuss me
No,
off.
no, not at all. I'll take it as a compliment.
It is. And we haven't seen the body underneath that black shirt that you're hiding yet. So I mean, it's going to match with the name and everything. Because I know you're hiding something powerful underneath there, but that's okay.
Yeah. whole bunch of push-ups.
All right. Yes, I know. I saw the video. So today, people, we are talking about breaking the Guinness Book of Records for Purple Hearts. Now, I have never spoken to anybody who has ever not even mentioned the Guinness Book of Records. So this is an honor for me to talk with someone who's trying to break the Guinness Book of Records and for Purple Hearts. And we will find out what Purple Hearts is all about in a little bit and why Tishane, I nearly said Dwayne, is actually doing this. Let me tell you a bit about him and then we will go right into it. So born in Arcadia, Florida and raised on a ranch in an even smaller town nearby, Johnson's childhood was full of amazing experiences, punctuated by moments of terribly demanding chores. Soon after joining the U.S. Marine Corps, while stationed at Camp Pendleton in California, Johnson took his motorcycle for a ride. I mean, who wouldn't? And was slammed into a brick wall by a car of gang members. Wow. He was robbed and left for dead. Clearly he isn't. His injuries included a punctuated bicep, causing him to nearly bleed to death. He managed to drag himself to a fire station where he received medical help and was airlifted to the hospital, flatlining and being resuscitated twice on the way. Wow. Doctors restarted his heart once more at the hospital, bringing him back from the brink of death. To me, he basically died twice. Well, a total of 3 times. He survived and continued serving in the military after all that trauma, people. Even now, long after leaving active service, he will remind you that there is no such thing as an ex-Marine. Okay? He's Marine, people. Don't meet him on the road and say ex-Marine. Now 40 and a full-time single father, Johnson owns and operates several businesses. He has founded, he's become a best-selling author, and he is in high demand as a motivational speaker. In recent years, he has dedicated himself to raising money for homeless veterans and calling attention to the devastating rate of veteran suicides. Johnson focuses on the philosophy of finding your why each day, and he now shares his message with all who can benefit from hearing it. And of course, that's why he's on Between the Lines. As a coach and a motivator, he offers a fresh, inspiring message focusing on proven tactics that launch individuals and organizations beyond current expectations. And we're going to be featuring his website in a little bit and hopefully showing a little bit of his video, unless he wants to demonstrate what he's actually doing for Purple Hearts live online, taking off that black shirt and all, cap, and he's all well covered for us to see live what he's doing. Okay? Welcome to Shane to Between the Lines. It's a pleasure to have you.
Yes, ma'am. It's a pleasure to be here. I really appreciate you taking the time to listen to my story.
Yes, to Shane, you must be a crazy man. Clearly, you kind of died, Marine, you went back, you're working towards a Guinness book. I mean, please, You must be crazy.
I am.
Certified crazy, right? Tell us.
100%. I think
Oh,
we're all a little
good,
crazy
good.
in some capacity or another. Just
I
whether
think
we
we're all a
embrace
little
it or not
crazy in
is
some
what
capacity
it
or
comes down
another, just whether we embrace it or not.
That is so true. That is so true. That is so true. And I'm so happy to see that you embrace it. You did not deny it. You don't make any excuses. You did not try to avoid it. You're not in denial. That is a great step, acceptance. And so you're here to tell us about Purple Hearts and what you're doing and why you're doing this. Now, before we get into the what and the why and the how, tell us what is Purple Hearts about and why you're so passionate about doing what you're about to do.
Yeah, so the National Purple Heart Honor Mission. I mean,
Yes,
look, any United States military veteran or anybody that served in the military when they receive the Purple Heart, they've made the ultimate sacrifice, right? So they've either been shot or wounded, or unfortunately, in some cases, that they didn't come home. And I think that's an important thing for our young generation to truly understand that, there are those out there that sacrifice so much free will for others. They give so much and do so much. And, it's the least that we can do to try to bring attention to that. I think there's a lot of things in society today that, that our younger generation is trying to get their head wrapped around. But I think, when you really think about the true sacrifice of, our freedom, or anybody's freedom for that fact, anybody that's willing to lay down their life for someone else or for us or for sacrifice their own free will to others is just an amazing. It's a hero. I think the term hero is loosely used nowadays, in comparison to someone that's willing to take a bullet or willing to die for us. So it's the least I can do to bring attention to this organization. They've been around since 1997. They do an amazing job supporting Purple Heart recipients. They fly them up to New York on an all paid expenses trip. They lay tribute to them. So really what we're doing is just, this world record is it's just a gimmick. It's the catch to get people to pay attention, to hopefully, say, hey, listen, I know, 20,000 plus push-ups is a lot, but it's nothing compared to somebody, not coming home, unfortunately.
Um, what did you just say a while ago? 20,000 what? Push-ups?
20,000
Is that what you
push-ups.
just said?
So it is. Yep. It's two records. So the first record is the most push-ups in 1 hour, which is 2,919. And then what we're going to do is we're going to roll right into the 12-hour record, which is 12 hours, and that's 19,325. That record has held since 1989, so 32-year-old world record. So, and no one has ever attempted since then or been able to complete it. So that's our goal.
I heard you use a pronoun a while ago. You said we. I don't know if you were including me in that 20,000, but I just want to make it clear. People is just a shame. Okay, I am going
Yeah.
to support all the way from Trinidad, doing my little finger push-ups. Okay, and pretend girly push-ups. That's what I will do. That's what I will do. Is that acceptable to share?
That
Is
100% acceptable. Look, hey, I say we
fine.
because we're all in it, to be able to allow the opportunity for me to be able to share this on your platform and inspire others. It's just a little something that we can all do together. I'm just the guy doing the push-ups, but I definitely need the support and the motivation from everyone behind the scenes.
You're just the guy doing the push-ups. Just the guy doing the push-ups.
Just the guy
Okay,
doing the
then.
push-ups.
You are going you're just the guy. I mean, you were just walking along the street, crossing the road. You're just the guy doing 20,000 push-ups. Okay. Let's keep it humble like that. What does it take to do one push-up, Shane? What does it take to do one? For somebody
It,
like me, see if you could put yourself in my shoes. Somebody like me to do one push-up. Tell me what it takes. And then
it,
can you gradually take me to 10 push-ups and then 20,000? Could you?
Absolutely. Yeah. You look, hey, when I went through my motorcycle accident, I broke every single bone in my upper torso and cut every major organ inside of my body. So at one point, I couldn't even lift my own self off the ground. So, we all start somewhere and we all start from the beginning, right? So, it just took time. And, look, that many push-ups, it really starts to get mental after most. I mean, I train, today I train every day, almost twice a day. Today I finished probably about 2 hours before we got on this call, and I did, 900, I think it was 925 push-ups during our session in 15 minutes. And then I did another 40-minute, boxing workout conditioning session. So, and when I first started, it's not like I was busting out 1,000 push-ups. I'm a 240-pound guy. I'm not a little guy. So it took some time to kind of build up to that. I still also have a lot of injuries, a lot of problems from my accident. Broken shoulder, clavicle, rib cage problems. So I only have 50% of my lung capacity. So there's a lot of challenges physically that I go through, but I've been very fortunate and had my experience with God during that time, and the power of God, through you does some amazing things, and it allows you to continue to push through and give the message that He told me I have to give. So here we are,
Wow. Wow. What I'm hearing you saying with all the injuries, the death and return and resuscitation, and you're actually doing this for veterans, Purple Hearts. No matter what, you're still doing it. It is telling me, and it should be telling other persons who are watching or who will be watching and listening, there's nothing that should stop you from doing what you want to do. Whether you have arms, legs, even if you have it, nothing, no injury, no nothing should stop you. We are our own worst enemies, to Shane. Anything that's stopping us, what I find interesting, persons tend to look externally for the reasons why things are not happening for them, okay? As opposed to looking inward. I remember having a conversation with someone, and the person said to me, I need to know everything that's going on, in the world and stuff. And I said, but I am not watching TV and listening to the news, because I'm very careful what I pour into my mind. And like you said a while ago, it's more mental after a certain point, because it's what keeps you mentally strong to continue. And I said to myself, why do you need to know everything that's going on in the world? I don't need to know. And I'm coming from a place of, in order to advise persons, I need to have clarity. I need to have peace within myself, because I know from experience and watching others that really our own worst enemy and what's keeping us from success is really ourselves. I can't blame you, Shane. I can't blame the neighbor. I can't blame anything happening in the environment, because we know even if there's an economic crisis, people are thriving. Businesses are still going on. Things are still, how is it? So clearly there's no excuse.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. I mean, as a speaker and an author and just the things that I've been a part of, I mean, we really do get in front of ourselves quite a bit. We doubt ourselves a ton.
Of course.
And it's frustrating, because, we have the power to do so much and change the world, and we really do get ahead of ourselves with our self-esteem and our confidence, and it's a shame. And I think, but at the same time too, that's why there's people like us to be able to, get out there and inspire people and maybe break past that.
That's right. And let people know it can be done. And just like you said, there's no ex-Marine, there's no ex-Korean, there's no ex, that actually right. Korean and Marine. Okay. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That means you can do the push-ups
I
now.
love the idea that you're giving. No. Okay. So that's not gonna happen. I'm gonna do the push-ups for you. I'm gonna be doing this type of push-up for you. I'm gonna, I'll do this, the dance and the,
Perfect.
yeah, I'll do that.
Perfect.
For you.
Good.
Yeah, the standing push-ups. Yeah, the sitting push-ups. I'll do that for you. Yeah.
Perfect. I'll take it.
But here's the thing. Yes. Shane, here's the thing. You are giving so much of yourself. You give in terms of joining the Marine, okay? And you're giving back to persons who are veterans, knowing what they are going through and what they have been through, or what they are going through and what they have been through. And I'm asking you, what does it take to be in a person? What's the kind of character, the traits that is required or necessary in an individual to want to give? There are some parents that may be listening to this, and their children are determined, I want to join the Marine, I want to join the Army, I want to this, and the first thing that comes to their head, oh my God, my child may not come back. I can't lose you. I can't lose you. You're going to service. I don't know when I will see you. I don't know if you will come back. What type of person that it takes to be of a servant leadership is what I call that. To serve without seeking anything for self. What does it take?
Well, I think it takes a tremendous amount of empathy. To be able to understand and be in someone else's shoes is a pretty powerful thing. And I don't think it's one thing. I think, when I talk on leadership, there's leadership is kind of it's not a one size fits all. It's kind of custom tailored to each individual person's needs. Like I grew up the oldest, with a single dad. That worked all the time, so my responsibilities came a lot younger, and like a lot of older children. And then I truly understood that, that as a leader, it's not about you. Then the Marine Corps got in and taught me the best leadership I could ever imagine to have, no matter what corporate company I've ever been a part of or coached or spoke or trained. The Marine Corps is by far the best in leadership, and they've, we're all worked as effectively as a team. It's not about, who gets the award or who wins. It's really about accomplishing the mission. And, that's instilled in you. And then really just, I'd love to say that it's selfless, but it's honestly more selfish. I mean, it fulfills a very dark void for me to be able to help people. It makes me feel good. I like watching people be successful. I like being able to take care of someone. I enjoy being able to do that and watching them grow. I think it's, I think it's amazing. It changed even more for me when I became a father. I think, as a parent, you want your child to be more and better and great. And, you don't care whether you get accolades for it. You just want them to be better. So I don't think it's necessarily, one thing. It's a combination of a couple different things. And then, I bring it up a couple different times. I mean, my conversation with God on my third time that died is I have a responsibility to that. So I can't really get out of it. He gave me life and allowed me the opportunity to be where I am now and to do the things that I'm doing. And I have a responsibility. So that responsibility lies in that, to a higher power. So I continue to commit to be that way. And again, I think for every person, they've had an experience in their life that probably adjusts them to that situation. But for me personally, it's been in stages. And, now my biggest portion is, bringing back Dad the hero. Like, I'm a father to a young daughter, and I want her to be able to say, hey, listen, my superhero is my dad, not some comic book character that's made up. Or some actress or some singer or some YouTube star, I want her to say, hey, listen, a regular guy can do amazing things. And if he can, I can. And that's my dad. And, right. And that's pretty powerful. That to me is, I mean, though I'm probably helping a ton of people, it really comes down to just making her happy. And that works for me. I'll take it.
Yes. That's my dad. Yeah, that's my dad. Isn't that something that every father wants to say? That's my dad. That's my superhero. He's going to save me. He's going to protect me.
No matter what kind of award or anything I've accomplished in my life, there is nothing better than, your 6-year-old daughter looking at you like you're just you're just $1 million. It is by far just a most humbling experience. It's crazy. It is. It's amazing.
Yeah. I can imagine. Are you training her to take over from you in the Guinness Book of Records? Are you training her?
Yeah, no. She wants to though. She's always yelling at me. Like even today, I was doing some planks, and she's like, "You need to get lower on those planks." I mean, she's a beast. She scares me sometimes, but she does her boxing. She's got her gymnastics. She's got all of her stuff. So she's on top of me. She didn't play.
Oh, you got a serious coach there, to Shane. You need to get lower, to Shane. You're not doing it good enough. Come on.
She called me about 2 weeks ago. Listen, she called me about 2 weeks ago. I went and grabbed like a cookie. I was just, I'm on a really strict diet, and I thought, man, I kind of deserve like a cookie.
I know
she just a cookie. She popped around the corner like some little ninja and saw me and was like, "Hey, you can't have that. That's not part of your diet." I was like, man, it's a rough gig around here. Tough crowd.
And you drove. You drove to get a cookie. Did you drive or walk to get a cookie?
I drove. I was committed. To that cookie, and I was ready. I was prepared, and it wasn't happening. She said no cookie today, and then she ate it. Kind of cruel person does that.
Yeah. I agree with her. I think I need to have her on the show. I think I need to have her on the show.
You should have.
Yeah, I agree with that. I was just thinking the effort that you put in to get a cookie, and then the ninja just slaps it out of your hand and be like,
Boom.
hello, what are you thinking? Are you crazy?
Right.
Yeah.
But after
19,326,
19,326, I'll be grateful she told me to put that cookie down. So it'll be worth it.
it will be worth it. That's right.
It'll be
Because you
worth
see, the cookie, Shane, what you didn't know, the cookie would have compromised the 20,000 push-ups.
That's
That
right.
one cookie could have done you harm. No Guinness Book of Records, nothing. One cookie. Don't.
The world's a cruel
But this
place,
is
Miss
good. So
Green.
what is, yeah? What is the response you're getting so far from doing this? The kind of, you've been promoting, you're on my show, of course it's going to be promoted. What sort of response you're getting thus far?
It's a little mixed. I think, it's hard to get people to wrap their head around it. I mean, usually you'll tell somebody and they try to do the math initially. They'll say 19,325, and then they'll go 12 hours, and then it takes them a couple times, for me to kind of tell it. And then you'll get it like a week later. Someone will go, you realize that's 27 push-ups every 60 seconds for an hour straight? I'm like, yeah, I'm very aware of how many it is. So I think some people are like, wow, and some people are like, there's no way he's going to be able to do that. So but it's been positive. I mean, one thing about all the things I've done, people are always extremely supportive. So hey, give it a try. Even if you do 15,000 push-ups, that's still a lot of push-ups. So it is what it is.
Of course. And I thank you so much for saving me from doing the maths and the calculation on your website, because I was like, what? Clearly the number is wrong. He made an error, So I was kind of glad on your website you did the math for me. I want to be able to showcase your website here now. Let me see if I can do a quick share of that to give us some time. Let me see if I'm doing this thing correct. Yes, I am. And here we are. Are you seeing that?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you seeing that showing up?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah, I see it.
I see it.
Let's see here now. So we're on the push-ups for Purple Hearts. And there is Shane, not wearing black that day. He's wearing blue, and you can kind of get an idea of the body. So of course he says join the challenge. Not me. It's not me he's speaking about. It's you. So you can join the challenge, okay, and donate if you wish to donate. It'll be good to donate for the Purple Hearts. I want to just showcase. This is a pretty long. It's 30 minutes, I think. But let me just showcase what he's doing and how he's doing his push-ups. Let me see if I can do that so that you can benefit from it. I'm going to go full screen here. Woo! Yeah, I already had it set. Oh. That's just a taste, people, of what Shane will be doing. That is just a taste of what Shane will be doing. And my question to you as we are coming to the close, 20,000, rounding up, 20,000 push-ups in, is it 12 hours? Remind me again?
12 hours.
12 12 hours. So you have to, because before I watched the video on your website, I was wondering, are you going to do 12,000? Sorry, not 12,000. You see, I'm confusing the numbers to shade. 20,000 push-ups. Are you going to do it all in one go? You know, like no stopping? I was like, that is the mind-blowing thing. How do you do it? Or you make
Yeah.
sure that you're how?
So because we're doing two records simultaneously, it's think of it like a sprint and then a marathon. So the first one, I have to do at least about 3,000 push-ups. So in the first hour, I'm doing 58 push-ups for every 60 seconds for an hour straight. Then I roll right into hour two, which is the 1600 per. So the cool thing is that first record that I break makes up about an hour of time because I'm doubling up. So I'm, God willing, and the creek don't rise, I should be able to complete it a little shorter, but it will be basically 12 hours. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to get tired, so it'll be a full 12. It'll be a long day. It'll be a really long day.
I am going to pray for you, Shane. I am going to pray for you, Shane. I am going to pray for you. I am telling you, I am sitting here and my head is hurting me. And I'm like, Lord, what is Shane doing? Because you're trying to break 2 records in one go. And I'm thinking, here's what's going through my mind. What is he eating? How is he preparing for this? Just a lot of stuff. Is he nauseous when he's like doing this all the time? Does he go out of breath? What about his muscle? What doesn't he get tired? What is going on in your head at the time when you're doing that? What are you thinking?
Those are good
about
questions.
Your daughter?
Those are really good questions.
What are you doing? Yeah, what are you doing? what?
It's a lot. I mean, you're spot on. Like, yeah, I mean that the first hour we've been training for, we've been doing I mean, I've done a couple of test runs already. So each month I do at least, a test run for an hour or 2 hours. And we just finished one. Well, we're getting ready to do another one next week, but and I did over 2,300 within that hour. And it's a lot. I mean, it's boring. I mean, it's really boring just to sit there and do push-ups all day long. And it is, and how you eat too. It's a big part of it. I mean, I eat pretty light. I don't eat anything too heavy because too much on my stomach can make me nauseous. The thing is that I don't really have a lot of time to use the restroom or to sit down and have a meal or really do anything because it is so straight throughout that time period.
Yeah.
So, I do a lot of self-care right now. I go to the chiropractor, I get IV drips with vitamins, I do cryotherapy, just to stay on top of it. But yeah, my muscles get extreme. I'm a bigger guy, the last guy that did it was like $160, like he's a little guy, I mean, I'm almost double that weight. So my muscles burn a lot faster. My lactic acid starts to burn a lot faster. So it is pretty challenging and it's a lot more weight to push around. But, look, I've been through a lot worse. So to me, to sit there and be able to again do these push-ups, I'm not saying it's not hard. It's extreme. It's probably by far one of the most challenging things I've ever done. But again, if we go back to the cause and the reason and the why, it makes it a lot. It makes it a lot less tolerable. So it's to me, it's we'll just push through. I don't go into I don't put that much pressure on myself, if that makes sense. Like, I don't go into it with like, oh my God, if I don't, I'm doing more than most people, 99% of the people in the world would do. So it's a world record. Only one person's ever done it. So the expectation for me is I'm going to go there smiling, too blessed to be stressed. I'm going to get down there, do some push-ups, bang it out and win, I mean, it is what it is.
That's right. It is what it is. I want you to tell me, besides, we're talking about the food and the muscle and what are you thinking? At what point is the breaking point, you think, where you start to hear that voice say, it's time to stop, give up. I'm ready to stop. The ego steps in and says, Shane, what are you doing? Are you mad? You can stop now. You're good. 10,000, 5,000. What are you doing? Let's just stop. Nobody's going to laugh at you. What's the breaking point? And then you have that conversation like, get out. I'm going to do this. What's the breaking point?
That one for me is probably not normal. So I don't talk to myself like that. I mean, it's gonna be. I'm doing the 12 hours. There's no converse. I mean, I don't have conversation. I'm big. You know, being a motivational speaker, I'd be kind of a hypocrite in that. Like
Yeah.
I self-talks and power is powerful to me. I'm not going in this to lose. I'm going in this to win it. You know, I'm not talking myself out of it because this is fun. This isn't you know, no one's going to die, you know, if I don't do it. I mean, so I don't want to be mediocre. That's probably scarier to me, is to be just some regular person that's just never does anything and doesn't challenge themselves, you know. And again, I will go back to what I said earlier. I had a commitment and a conversation with God many years ago. And I have a responsibility. So there's really no kind of bowing out of it. And once you know, it's an unfair advantage to have the conversation I had, because I know, you know, how powerful that is. And when you know that, pushing yourself past limits is all mental. So, I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? I could die the fourth time. I mean, it's not that, you know, so no, we're going to go in this, we're going to kick butt and knock this thing out of the park. It's going to be fun.
And you will kick asses, not butt. You're gonna kick ass. That's what you're gonna do.
Just in case it's kid friendly. You know.
I'm so excited. I don't care. You're gonna kick ass. I'm gonna be like your daughter, worse than your daughter. I am so pumped for you. And as we end the show, you end on such a strong note. You're like, I don't have that conversations. You know, I don't have those conversations in my head. You know. There's no negotiation. There's no such thing. Such powerful words, such a strong mindset and mental attitude. I absolutely love that. And you know what is the clincher for me when you said it cannot be that you have that conversation with God and still give him half or quarter. That motivated me, to Shane. That really motivated me. When you know what your purpose is, God-given purpose, and you just don't deliver, that is like a disgrace to God. He give you a gift, he give you a mission, and I am so pumped by that. Thank you so much for that message. It motivated me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Any final words before you go? Tell us the date. Tell us the date when this is happening. Will it be streamed? Will it be like showcase on YouTube or anything like that?
Yes, ma'am. It sure will be. So all of my social media handles, you'll be able to watch it at T Shane Johnson. So Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, you'll be able to find it there. We'll live stream it that day. It's going to be on May 1st. It'll probably start at about 6 a.m. That way we can try to complete it by 6 p.m. since it's a 12-hour. It would be a little challenging because most of your live feeds only run at about 8 hours. I think YouTube runs at 24 hours, so we should be able to be okay there on our YouTube channel. But absolutely, yeah. So that'll be May 1st. We'll be knocking that sucker out.
I am so going to be there. Oh my God. I am so going to be watching and cheering you on. I am so excited for you, Shane. Honestly, I'm going to see if I can call up a few friends, you know, like Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and, you know, he can come in to support you. Yeah, I'm just saying, you know.
Good, saying. If you don't mind.
But thank you so much for the work that you're doing. I am so happy with the work that you're doing. And like you said, you know, although you said it's selfish, I think it's more for others, what you're doing. And it's God-given. And once it's God-given, he's going to give you what you need to sustain and be resilient. He is. He doesn't give us a gift or gifts without giving us the tools to do what is needed. So I am not scared for you. I know you're not scared for yourself. And you are going to be in those Guinness Book of Records. You are. For those two world records, you are. And I'm going to be there and I'm going to be sharing this. Honestly, I'm excited. Thank you so much for being on Between the Lines.